Yep, we're back with a 4-2-3-1. Let's just jump in and see how this one does. This one is simply titled 4231 version 1 NR10 period. NR10 period being the creator. The only description says good game by NR10. And it does have a picture of Ronaldo, so I had to try it at least. We're going to take a look at it with our teams of Liverpool and Aston Villa in the Premier League and our championship side of Ipswich Town as usual. But with all that said, let's just dive in quickly to the Premier League and see how they did. Well, unfortunately, in the Premier League, Liverpool, it's not unfortunate. Third place, 86 points is not bad. You are one off Manchester City. You are a couple off Tottenham, interestingly enough. But Aston Villa in fourth is not bad. 79 points, 93 goals. Yeah, it seems to work. Liverpool's domestic cup run, having a fantastic time getting to the Carabao Cup final and winning in penalties against Newcastle 1-1. Unfortunately, they lose out to Arsenal 2-3 in the FA Cup fifth round. They get to the final in the Europa League, unfortunately losing out to Brighton of all teams 1-2. So overall, I won't say this is an amazing season, but it's not a bad season. You get third place, Champions League next season, you get runners up in the Europa League, winners of the Carabao Cup. Yeah, I guess I would take it. Squad-wise, yeah, we're hoping for a lot more green. They really didn't have it this year, but they didn't have too few at least. 35 goals for Nunez, 23 for Salah, assists 18 for Joe Gomez. He's back up there, 17 for Trent, and average rating Joe Gomez gets a 733, 726 for Robertson. And as we switch over to Aston Villa's domestic cup run, out in the Carabao Cup fourth round 0-1 to Burnley, and out in the FA Cup quarterfinals to Chelsea 2-3. However, they only get to the quarterfinals of the Europa Conference League, losing out to Fenerbahce 2-4 and 2-3 in the away leg. So overall, clearly the Premier League's not bad at all with fourth place. We have seen them better. We have seen them with a lot worse, though. Everything else, They actually have a good set of green there. Obviously you want more, but usually with Aston Villa, they don't tend to get a lot for some reason. But 28 goals for Ollie Watkins, 18 for Zaniolo is a little low for him. Alex Moreno gets 15 assists, Matty Cash with 14, and then Lucas Digne with a 739, 729 for Alex Moreno. Funny, both left backs. I guess they just use Moreno more. Data hub for Liverpool. They do have the attacking side, which is nice. Dribbles per game is down, though. They're covering every single base defensively. That should be a good sight. But 2.53 goals per game, 0.82 conceded, 0.79 XG against. These two are actually on the kind of average mark. 2.53 is pretty good. You just want a little bit better, I guess. Aston Villa doing fairly well attacking-wise as well. It's not all the way to the top, but still pretty good. We've seen them a lot worse, no question about it. And defensively, they are covering most of the bases. Goals per game, 2.45, 1.03 conceded, 1.14 XG against. Premier League stats, Liverpool with 2.26 points per game, Aston Villa with 2.08. Most goals, Liverpool do get in first with 96, 93 for Aston Villa in second. Fewest shots against, Liverpool in second with 255, Aston Villa with 347. Most possession, Liverpool making the list with 51%, and most shots for Liverpool with 637, 578 for Aston Villa. But now how did our championship side of Ipswich Town fare? Not bad. We're finally back in the top two. You are 12 points off Leicester, insanely enough, but second place gives you an automatic promotion. You don't have to get through the playoffs. I'd take it. Unfortunately, though, for them, out immediately in the Carabao Cup first round, 0-0 in penalties to Stevenage, and you only get one game in, but FA Cup fourth round, you're out against Manchester City. It's a doozy. What do you expect? But 2-4. So overall, championship, not bad. You're back up into second place. We've seen them a few times recently, at least under third, sometimes even not even in the playoffs. But domestic cups, yeah, not great. Squad-wise, unfortunately, this is what we're expecting recently with not a lot of green. But 17 goals for Connor Chaplin. George Hurst with 9 assists, 22 for Leif Davis. Of course, he's up there. 17 for Harry Clark. And then average rating, Ali Al-Hamadi, 7-4-0, but 8 off the bench. So Leif Davis gets a 737. Championship stats, you get second place Ipswich with 2.17 points per game. Most goals in first, though, with 123. Fewest shots against in second with 340. Most dribbles made in fifth with 738. And most shots for in first with 736. So tactically, let's take a look at this thing. Sweeper keeper in attack is where we start. Fullbacks on the left and the right in attack. Ball playing defenders in defend. You got a DM in support next to a ball-winning midfielder in defend, inside forwards in support on the left, an inverted winger in support on the right, an attacking midfielder in attack, and then an advanced forward in attack up front. Positive mentality, in possession attacking width is fairly wide, approach play is pass into space, focus play down the left and the right, passing directness is shorter, tempo is higher, low crosses and run at defense. In transition, counter press, counter, distribute quickly and roll it out. And out of possession, a high press line of engagement, a much higher defensive line, trigger press much more often, prevent your goalkeeper distribution, stay on feet, and step up more. So overall, how did this tactic do? Actually not bad. I mean, it does kind of blend the defensive pieces with the attacking pieces. I mean, 123 goals for Ipswich Town is fantastic. You get into second place. They did very well. Liverpool and Aston Villa, about average. I mean, I'm not going to say it did, in this save at least, it did a lot more than just their average mark. Aston Villa maybe a little bit better. But you've got the goals there. You are kind of hoping for more, but overall, third place, fourth place is pretty nice. So it definitely worked. Obviously, I think the 4-2-4s that we covered a while ago work a lot better. They're getting you goal after goal after goal. But this blends the defensive and the attack pretty nicely. So I think it's something to work with. Now, again, if you take control of this, you could definitely do a lot better. 86 points. Hopefully you could get up to 95 Tottenham with Liverpool. So I think you could definitely do a little bit better here, taking control of the transfers, tactical changes, match shouts, things like that. But over here, it worked pretty well in this save. But that's it for me, Steffi and FM for the Football Manager blog channel, saying thank you as always for watching. Take care and enjoy.